Okay, I'd like to call to order the City of Camarillo Planning Commission for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Mr. Secretary, you take roll, please.
Commissioner Murphy.
Here.
Commissioner Davidson.
Here.
Chair Edsel.
Here. Okay, so if Mr. Commissioner Murphy will lead us in the flag salute.
Certainly, everyone, please rise. Hands over your hearts. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Tom. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the consent item, which consists of the meetings, minutes from our September 3rd meeting, and we don't have a quorum to vote on that, so we'll carry that over to next meeting as a consent item. So then we move on to the next item on the agenda, public comments, and this is the time on the agenda that people can come forward and talk about anything that's not on tonight's agenda. And if we're talking on agenda items, we'll get to those when we get to them, but is there anybody that present that would like to speak on a non-agenda item? Okay, seeing none, we'll close the public comment and then go into the next item, the public hearing regarding CPD 256, Texas Roadhouse Holdings, and staff has a presentation for us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair Edsel and members of the Planning Commission. I'd like to present a request from Texas Roadhouse Holdings to construct a new 8,307 square foot restaurant at 650 Ventura Boulevard. It's in the Camarillo Premium Outlet Shopping Center, across from the Mian Hotel and Conference Center, which is currently under construction. This is a view of the site from just off Promenade Drive facing northwest, taken from inside the Outlet Shopping Center. Ventura Boulevard is just behind the project site, and behind that is the hotel and conference center site with buildings in various stages of construction. The proposed site plan shows the 8,307 square foot building footprint, along with parking spaces, a loading space, and a trash enclosure. Parking spaces are here, loading spaces here, and the trash enclosure is up here. The remaining area will be landscaped, and additional parking will be provided by a parking agreement with the Camarillo Promenade. The floor plan shows the 5,101 square foot dining area, with the remaining interior space dedicated to food preparation, waiting areas, a carry-out service, storage, and an office. The carry-out service will be a small room with a separate entrance up here for picking up orders. The northwest elevation will be visible from Ventura Boulevard. This project is in the heritage zone surrounding the freeway, which requires development to be within a limited range of architectural styles. This project uses a modern interpretation of the early California architectural style, which is one of the permitted styles in the heritage zone. We also have a physical materials board up here as well. The design includes rustic wood siding, up here, brick veneer over here, and a dark bronze standing seam metal roof. The doors, trash enclosure gates, and bollards will match the roof. The trim will be a green accent color, and small details like the downspouts will be painted a medium brown to blend in with the siding. The projection is a little bit dark. The materials board we have up here is a more accurate representation. The northeast elevation will be the main entrance to the restaurant. You can see how the trash enclosure on the left is integrated into the architecture of the building. In this image, the trash enclosure is set back a bit from the face of the building that's closest to us. The southeast elevation will face the other retail buildings at the outlets, and the southwest elevation will face Promenade Drive. Rooftop equipment will be screened by the parapet wall, and gooseneck lights will provide a subtle enhancement to the architectural features. On a nearby restaurant pad at the outlets, you can see that Cracker Barrel was also designed with a modern interpretation of the early California architectural style. In 1995, City Council certified an Environmental Impact Report, EIR 90-7, for the Prado de las Posas specific plan, which included the project site. In 2005, City Council certified a subsequent EIR, SEIR 90-7, for the development of the Camarillo Promenade Shopping Center. An addendum to SEIR 90-7 was adopted in 2009 for the subdivision of the Camarillo Promenade to create 5 restaurant pads, including the project site, along with the allocation of additional building area. An initial study was prepared for this project, which concluded that the design and intensity of the project are consistent with the analysis provided in the SEIR for the Camarillo Promenade. There have been no substantial changes to the project site since the certification of the SEIR that would require a revision to the SEIR, so no additional environmental review is needed. Staff recommends that the Commission find that the project is consistent with the subsequent EIR to the Prado de las Posas specific plan EIR, prepared for the Camarillo Promenade Shopping Center, and adopt a resolution approving CPD 256, subject to the recommended conditions of approval. The action of the Planning Commission is final unless an appeal is filed within 10 days of the date of their action. Thank you.
Thank you. Any of the commissioners have questions?
No questions?
None, thanks.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so then we'll open the public hearing on this matter, and is the applicant gonna speak on it? They're gonna submit on this?
The applicant was unable to attend the meeting tonight due to an emergency that came up. However, she did write a public comment, which we forwarded to you.
Okay, great. Yeah, and for the record, she sent an email that she wasn't able to make it, and I guess that'll get entered into the record. So then I'll go to my speaker cards. We actually have a pink card that's a non-verbal one that supports it, and so that'll be entered in the record. And then we have a blue speaker card from Dino Papanicola. Yes, Did I pronounce your last name correctly? Oh, okay. It's got a lot of syllables in it, but yeah.
Yes. Good evening, commissioners. I am the landlord and leased the property to Texas Roadhouse, and I won't obviously speak in favor
Okay.
of the project. I purchased the property in 2015 with the intent of me personally building and operating a family brewery type restaurant, but because of the expense associated with the construction, and I decided to abort such a plan and such a project and look for a tenant capable of being able to build a restaurant. Unfortunately, we had financial crisis and then COVID and this sort of thing, and it took a long time before a tenant came around. Eventually, I found Texas Roadhouse, who is a New York Stock Exchange traded company with many locations, management with a lot of experience, and felt that it was the right type of restaurant for our community. I've lived here in Camarillo since 1980. From a restaurant family, so to speak. My brother, who's here tonight, owns restaurant. Uncle and cousin that have owned restaurants in Ventura County and in Los Angeles County. But at this stage, we prefer to retire and let somebody else, some company capable of running these type of restaurants. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any questions of the applicant?
No.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that background. That was helpful. Is anybody else present that would like to speak on this agenda item? Seeing none, then we'll close the public hearing and go into commissioner comments. Pardon me? Oh, I'm sorry. The Architectural Review Committee has a report. Mr. Murphy.
Yes, we do, thank you. Melissa gave a very nice presentation at the Architectural Review Committee, and as she's just pointed out, it's early California with contemporary style. There's balancing of windows, wall elements, and tower features, and that together appears to be within the design guidelines of Prado de las Posas specific plan and within the heritage zone. guidelines as well. So we came to the conclusion to recommend to the commission approval of the architectural for this application.
Great, thank you. Okay, now I move into commissioner comments. Do you have any?
No comments. It seems appropriate for the location, and seems like it was always meant to have a restaurant there, so it's nice to see something go in.
How about you, Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, same here. It's been vacant, it's been pegged for a restaurant for a long time. It's good to see a nice application come in on it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I've never eaten at a Texas Roadhouse, but we hear from people that have that it'll be a good fit, and welcome to Camarillo. So I think that's great. So with that, we call for resolution.
Resolution number PC 2024-11, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Camarillo approving a request by Texas Roadhouse Holdings for a commercial plan development permit to construct a new 8,307 square foot restaurant located at 650 Ventura Boulevard within the commercial plan development zone, further described as CPD 256.
I would move for adoption and waive any further reading.
I'll second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Davidson and seconded by Commissioner Murphy. Please vote.
Commissioner Davidson,
Yes.
Commissioner Murphy,
Yes.
and Chair Etzel.
Yes. Okay, that passes 3-0 with 2 absents tonight. So congratulations. Then we move right on to the next one, the director's report.
Good evening, Commissioners. Just a heads up on future meetings, October 1st. We don't have any items tracking for that meeting, so we intend to cancel that. Following that, we're looking at potentially scheduling a special meeting. I know you've all been polled on it. We will confirm once we've kind of locked down kind of projects and dates. And November 5th is also Election Day, so we probably anticipate canceling that to allow people the opportunity to vote. So that's my update.
Okay. I just have one question. What's calls for a special meeting? Is that just because it's not on the regular scheduled date, or is it?
Correct. A special meeting is either an irregular time or an irregular location. So
Okay.
this October 15th actually is a regularly scheduled date, but I don't believe it's on our calendar, so
Oh, I
we'd be
gotcha.
looking for
Okay.
a special meeting. Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you. Any commissioner comments tonight?
No comments from me. Thank you.
No, just hoping Commissioner Vandermeulen makes it back soon. She's recovering from surgery, and we miss her and hope she recovers quickly.
Yeah. Thank you. If she's watching, we'll give her a little shout out. Huh?
That's right.
All right, we stand adjourned. Thank you.